Firstly, I would like to explain the purpose for you to be here in court.
Okay.
Is to assist this court, telling this court the truth as to what transpired on the date of incident. Do you understand that?
I do.
And when you do that, you do it with respect.
And no one's a local ones in
court?
Yes, I agree.
In court, we respect the officers of the court.
La inkantolo isebenzi lokuthiwa ma court officials la ngaphakathi siyabahlonipha. Khuluma ngomlomo. I do follow.
And when you are answering, you are not responding to me, you are responding to the honorable court.
And no uphendula umbuzo ke awuphendula uqondise kimi uphendula ubhekise inkosini yenkantolo ngisho ba. I do understand?
Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Let's start with your qualification, Mr. Madlala. What is your highest standard of education?
Asiqale ke ngeziqu zakho ufunde ukufikela kuphi ke?
Angazi noma kurongi lo ngingakusho angazi ukuthi kungena pheke case lokho kuma.
I don't know if what I'm going to say is wrong because I don't know how this issue of qualifications comes to this case.
Mr. Madlala, as you are sitting there, yours is to give answers. I am putting questions to you.
Njengoba uhleli laba Madlala kwakho ukuthi unike impendulo ummeli nguye ubuza imibuzo ngisho. Yes, I do understand.
The questions that I'm putting are not for you to understand, but it's for the court to understand your highest level of education.
Lembuzo engiyibuza akusukuthi wena ngoyimeli uzise kodwa inkantolo kumele izwisise futhi izwisise nezinga lakho lokuthi ufunde kangakanani.
Ngiyabuzwa lo ngabe ku wrong yini mangithi anginayipendulo engayikhipha kulombuzo wakho.
I do follow that. However, will it be wrong if I say that I don't have any answer to the question that you are posing to me?
It is wrong because we want to understand your IQ level of understanding, so that when we deal with issues, we are able to understand.
Kuzobe ku wrong ukuthi silinga ukuthi sithole izinga lokukhalipha kwengqondo yakho noma lokuthiwa iIQ level ukuthi ke mawuqala uphendula umbuzo sikwazi ukuzisa ukuthi ingabe isimo sakho sikanjani. Okay.
And that question is not only asked to you, it's not personal. It's asked to each and every witness who enters the witness box in court.
And lo mbuzo lo awubuzwa nje phela kuwe. Wonke ufakazi ongena la eboxini ozonika ufakazi uyabuzwa lo mbuzo lo.
Even the professors, the police, we ask them their qualifications, knowing very well that they are professors. But before they testify, we need to know the qualifications they possessed.
No professor bayabuzwa lo mbuzo namaphoyisa ngaphambi kokubanikana ngofakazi siyababuza ke ngokufunda noma iziqu zabo ukuthi baphethe iziqu ezinjani noma ziphi. Yes, it's understood.
Okay, thank you. Then can you now respond to my question to say what is your highest standard of education?
Kwamanje ke ungawuphendula ke lo mbuzo engikubuza wena ukuthi ke ufunde kufika kuliphi isiphi isigaba or standard?
Yeah. Ino metric na pass metric,
No metric nje kuphela ngicela ukhulumele phezulu ngisho.
Yeah. Ino metric.
I have metric. I passed only metric.
When did you pass that metric?
Wawuphasa ngamuphi unyaka matriculation metric?
Year 2000.
Witness self-answered saying year 2000.
Okay. Are there any qualifications that you have after that?
Zikhona iziqu ziphethe ngemva kwalokho?
Ngabe nginamanga awusizikho.
I'll be lying. No other qualifications.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Madlala. I see in your statement mostly it refers to your employment as being employed in one of the schools in Durban. Is that correct?
ngibona ke masibheka kwi-statement zakho uma kukhulunywa la endabeni yokusebenza ukuthi usebenza kwezinye izikolo lapha eThekwini eDurban kunjalo?
Yebo, iqiniso.
That is correct.
What is your position in that? Are you still employed?
Usasebenza namanje?
Angisasebenzi.
No longer employed?
When last did you work there at that school? I don't want to mention the name.
Ugcine nini ukusebenza kuleso sikolo leso? Angifuni ukusisho ngegama.
I think March.
This year.
Witness self-answered saying March.
March which year? This year.
Sicela Nkosi yami ukhuluma isiZulu ungakhuluma isingisi lapha ngisho. Yeah.
So, at the time when you were, sorry, my lord, can I proceed, my lord? Oh, thank you. At the time when you were employed at this school in Devon, which position were you holding?
Ngesikhathi ke usebenza kule sikole eThekwini iposition uphethe iphi lapha esikoleni? I was just a general worker. Ngicela ukhulumele phezulu Nkosi yami. I-record likwazi ukuthi likuzwisise mali.
Because you did not have any skill.
Ngokuba bowunganaso iskill.
Yebo, ngasho kanjalo.
Correct, I will say so.
Were you paid every month, is that correct?
Bohola ngenyanga kunjalo? Yo.
Yebo, kunjalo.
That's correct.
On which date of the month were you being paid?
Bohola ngaliphi isuku enyangeni baba?
Nge-25.
On the 25th?
Okay. On the date of the incident in this matter, the incident took place on the 26th of October. Is that so?
Ngesuku lesehlakalo kuleli qala leli isehlakalo esenzeke nge-26 October kunjalo?
Yebo.
That's correct.
So you had been paid.
Bokhokheliwe.
Ngikhumbula kahle yangathi bengikhokheliwe.
Yes, if I recall clearly, yes, I was paid.
I don't want to know how much were you paid, but you had been paid.
Kodwa ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi boholela imali engakanani kodwa besoholile umholo wakho.
Yeah, bese ngiholile.
Yes.
And Mr. Madlala, you testified that you did not have money to travel to Johannesburg.
Unike ufakazi ukuthi ke ngalosuku lelo bonganamali ukuthi uze ngapha eGoli.
Yes.
Yes.
How possible is that? Because you had just been paid on the 25th and you had to travel to Johannesburg and you are saying you did not have money.
So lokho khona kanjani ngoba uqeda ukuthola uholo lwakho nge-25 kumele uhambe uye eGoli uthi awunamali.
Yeah, ngaleso sikhathi bengilimela ngithi. Yeah, bengilimele ngaleso sikhathi.
Can you speak?
By that time I was injured. Ngicela ukhulumele phezulu ngisho Nkosi yami.
Yes?
Ngaleso sikhathi bengilimele.
By that time I was injured.
And angizange ngisho ukuthi abangifakele imali. Usenzo wathi akufaka ukuzongifakela imali yena.
Okay. And then I did not ask them to send money for me, but Senzo himself is the one who said that he will send money.
That's what you said in your examination in chief.
Ngikho lokho okushilo ngesikhathi umthuthisi ekubuza umbuzo.
Ngombuzo.
Examination chief lokho umthuthisi nakakubuza imibuzo umphendule. Yiye inkulumo oyikhulume ngesikhathi leso ukukhuluma nomthuthisi.
Sengishuta ngibuza muphi umbuzo ngemusho.
I mean the state advocate asked me what question?
Okay. I am saying you did not, how come you did not have money to travel to Johannesburg? Because it was on the payday, same day when you had received your salary.
Ngibuze mina ngathi kungani ungabanga nemali yokuthi uze ngapha eGoli ngokuthi leyakho kwenzeke ngesuku lelo oqeda ukuthola uholo lwakho.
Yes.
Yes.
Then you said you did not ask for the money. They voluntarily gave you money to travel to Johannesburg. Is that what you are saying?
Wena uthola uqhaza enkulumo yakho wathi wena azange ubaqale ukuthi bakufakele imali kodwa bona ke ngokuthanda kwabo yibona abathumelele le mali ukuthi ukwazi ukuthatha uhambo.
Yes.
So I'm
That's
saying,
correct.
So now I'm saying when you were being asked in examination in chief by the prosecutor, is that what you said? That you did not ask for the money from Senzo, but he voluntarily gave the money to you.
Manje ngisho njalo kuwe ngithi ke uphendule kanjalo ngesikhathi ke umtshutshisi nakakubuza imibuzo nomphendula ukuthi wena azange uqele usenzo imali kodwa yena ngokuthanda kwakhe voluntarily so nguyena ke oyi wakuthumela imali.
Yeah, uyena ngifela imali yes.
That's correct.
And you further said in your examination in chief, during your stay here in Johannesburg, you did not have money to go back to Durban. Do you remember that?
Uyakhumbula ukuthi ngesikhathi futhi uphendulisi uthi ehlani kwakho la eGoli bonganayo imali yokuthi uphindele emvale eThekwini. Uyakhumbula lokho?
Yes.
Yes.
Impela.
How come?
Kuza kanjani lokho?
Ngumuntu oneyindleko nami. Ngineyingane more than 6 wabantwana. Nginomndeni at the same time. So ungabi namali akusho ukuthi awunamali like awunamali at all. Imali ayidinga uzayo le ikhona.
Okay. I'm somebody who has got expenses. Besides expenses, I've got children, more than 6, and then I've got a family. So meaning that if I say I did not have money, it doesn't mean that the money did not have any needs that I had to do with it.
Okay. And then when you came to Joburg, you relied on Senzo that he will give you transport for money and he will also provide you with accommodation during your stay in Johannesburg. Is that correct?
Mawuzala eGoli ke uye wathembela kuyisenzo ukuthi ke uzokunika imali ukuthi uze ngapha eGoli futhi nemali ukuthi uhlale ngapha eGoli.
Yeah.
That's correct.
And then when Senzo, when the deceased, can you just use the name deceased for the sake of the record? And then when
ngicela sisebenzise igama lokuthi umufi ne ukuthi ukwazi ukuhlala kahle nenkantolo la ngisho ba. No problem.
When the deceased died, on the same night, you were desperate, you did not have accommodation, correct?
Ngebusuku lobo umufi ashona ngabo ke wena ke bu disparate unganayo indawo yokuhlala accommodation kunjalo?
Ngasho ngithi kunjalo.
I can say yes, it was so.
And the only person who came to your rescue, it was Miss Kelly Kumar.
And umuntu ozile wakuncedisa nguye lo umama uKelly Kumar.
Yeah, ngingasho kanjalo because
yes, I will say so.
Just be brief, straight to the point.
Okay.
Siyaqala ucela kanjalo ummeli ukuthi ke impendulo yakho manje nje uqonde nje ungakhuluma indendende into eshonale.
And when you were desperate, Miss Kelly Kumar offered you in accommodation for that night.
And ngesikhathi ke udisparate ngalobusuku lobo uKelly Kumar lo wakunikeza accommodation for lobusuku lobo.
Yebo ngalala khona.
Yes, I slept over there.
What did you eat? Did you have your own food? Or you relied on Kelly to give you food?
Udleni bowuphethe ukudla kwakho noma bowubheke ku-UK ukuthi akunikeze ukudla?
Bengingakuphethe ukudla.
I didn't have food.
So you relied on her?
So bowuthembele kuye?
Ngingasho kanjalo.
I can say so.
Did she give you food for that night?
Wakunika ubusuku ukudla ngalobusuku lobo?
Ngizange ngalelo busuku zangidla.
On that night I did not eat.
Sagcina ukudla khona ekhabo kwakhe.
Nakho ukudla ekhabo kwakhe?
Yes.
We stopped eating when we were at Kelly's parental home.
Oh, they had also given you food at Khumalo's homestead.
Khona lapha kwaKhumalo bakunikeza ukudla?
Yes, senzele ukudla yes.
Yes, they prepared food for us.
And you enjoyed it?
Then wase ke uenjoy ukudla lapho. Wakudla kamnandi.
Angazi lokho kenje ukuthi mhlawumbe uqonda ukuthini kwenjoy. Yini kwenjoy mhlawumbe ngicela ngakudla kwenjoy usho ukuthi not enjoy.
I don't understand that part of enjoying. What do you mean?
Maybe it can be interpreted to you.
I beg your pardon?
Maybe it should be interpreted to you.
Lokudla lokho wakudla kamnandi lokudla kwalungisela khona lapha ekhanjeni likaKhumalo kuBukheli.
Akukho ukudla engakaze ngikudle kamnandi.
There's no food that I have not enjoyed.
And at this time, and in particular, I'm asking about the meal that you were given at Khumalo's homestead shortly before the incident that we're talking about in this court.
Kwamanje ngikubuza ngokudla lokho owanikezwa khona lapha eKubukheli ngaphambili ngaphambi kwesehlakalo.
Kuyabe sengishuda ukudla engaze enjoy for sure kuyakunika nawe impendulo ushuthi enjoy konke ukudla engilethelwa khona noma ngikudla ekhaya.
I said that there's no food that I did not enjoy. Even the food that I ate at my home, I enjoyed it. I think that gives you the answer.
So it means you did enjoy that meal.
So kusho ukuthi lokho kudla lokho waku enjoy.
Yes.
Phendula ngomlomo ba.
Yebo.
That's correct.
Thank you. Let's move on. How long did you stay at Miss Kelly Kumalo's place after the incident?
Uhlele isikhathi esingakanani eside ngemva kwalesehlakalo lapha kaKelly?
Ayisho ngikhumbula isikhathi ngahlala isikhathi nganani but sahlala but isikhathi ngikhumbula sahlala isikhathi esingakanani.
I don't recall the time I spent at Kelly's place after the incident.
Was it one day? I'm trying to assist your recollection. Was it one day, 2 days, 1 week, or 2 weeks, or a month?
Lala ke ngaba wahlala isuku elilodwa noma amasuku insuku ezimbili noma iviki elilodwa noma amaviki amabili noma inyanga nje ukukukhumbuza emkhumbulweni wakho.
I think kwakuseyintatha. But kwasekuyilona isuku I think.
No umbuzo uthi isikhathi owasihlala lapha kaKelly ngemva kwesehlakalo ingabe wahlala isuku elilodwa noma insuku ezimbili noma iviki elilodwa noma amaviki amabili noma inyanga eyodwa kanjalo. Umbuzo usho kanjani isikhathi osihleli ngemva kwesehlakalo lapha kaKelly?
I think into mayenzeka like namhlanje manje bese ngihamba mhlambe ngabo 1 so sekolunye usuku so ngizothi one day.
I mean, let me say if something happens right now and then I leave that place after 1, I mean, it will be another day. So I can say after a day.
Okay, sorry, let me rephrase it, Melo. Let me rephrase the question. I did not mean the Kelly mother's homestead. I mean the place wherein you slept at Kelly's house.
Ngicela ulungisa lephutha leli kahle kahle angisho lapha ke ekubuka Kelly ngisho la ulele khona.
Angisho lento ngafika Sunday ne yenzeka Sunday then sase siya sasika Kelly then sase siya la bebehlala khona uKelly eintatha. Yes.
La bebehlala khona kuphi?
Saya khona la bebehlala khona I think semalbathini. Saya khona after sekuyenzekile incident leyenzeka.
Okay, this incident happened on a Sunday, and then we came to the place. It was on the Sunday, and then in the early hours, then we left to a place where Kelly was staying. I think it's Alberton.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. How long did you stay at Kelly's place in Alberton?
Yiyo lento engibuza ngqo ukuthi lapha kwa Kelly eAlberton ke uhleli isikhathi esingakanani khona?
If I think 3 or 4 days, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 4 days. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, my lord, it's 3 to 4 days.
And you were discussing this case with Kelly during your stay in Alberton?
Ngesikhathi ukhona lapha kwa Kelly ke Alberton wena naye ke beniqoqa ngalo lolu daba lo leqala leli.
No, besingaxoxa ngalolu daba because bekufika abantu nje bezendlini mina nani because uKelly bekabuya ivalele ekamereni lakhe aphume ngoba kufika.
No, we are not discussing about this case because people were coming, visiting the house, and sometimes Kelly would lock herself in the bedroom.
So you were not talking to each other for the duration of your stay with Kelly?
So, lesikhathi sonke osihleli lapha wena noKelly beningakhulumisana?
No, ukuthi besingakhulumisana. But bengayile umuntu okhuluma njalo because behleze ekhala.
Okay. Not to say that we did not have any conversation, but then she was a person who was always, crying.
When you say there were police that came in and Kelly phoned some other police officers to return those police officers, didn't you discuss this case? Didn't you discuss anything about this case?
Not kumaphoyisa ayafika lena asafona amaphoyisa ukuthi makajike azange nolidiscuss the case leno lolutaba.
No, ngidiscussanga naye.
No, I did not discuss it with her.
At the time when you make your first statement on the 27th of October 2014, Do you remember where you made this statement?
Ngesikhathi wenza istatement sakho sokuqala ke nge-27 zika-October 2014 uyakhumbula ukuthi usenze kuphi le statement?
I think it's a phosphorus.
I think it's at Phosphorus. Ngicela ukhulumele phezulu baba ngisho.
Were you alone when you went to make the statement at the station?
Bohamba wedwa ngesikhathi uhamba uyokwenza le statement lapha e-police station?
No, bengahambi ngedwa.
No, I was not alone.
With whom were you with?
Bohamba nobani?
I think kwakuyimi umthoko uKelly uZandi.
I think it was myself, Mtogo, Kelly, and Zandi.
And when you took down this statement, you were together at the station when these statements were taken from you by the police.
Ngesikhathi ke amaphoyisa abhale statement sakho ke beninonke lapha e-police station?
No, bengisingekho sonke.
No, we're not together.
How was it taken, especially from you?
Then kuwe sithethwe kanjani le statement?
Wakhona elinye lamaphoyisa bekangibuza imibuzo then phinde abhale ke yena aphele ebhala ngambuza abhale.
A police officer was interviewing me, and then that police officer reduced this statement to writing.
And where were the other two at that time?
Labanye ababili ke babakuphi ngesikhathi leso?
Angazi kodwa bebehleli kwenye indawo yina angazi because ngangena ngiwa.
I don't know if they sat at another place because I went in there alone.
When you were going to the police station, were you transported in the same car?
Ngesikhathi uya khona ke e-police station benihamba ngayo imoto eyodwa?
Ngisamba ngayo.
Yes.
And didn't you discuss anything about this case?
Azange nixoxisane ngalo liqala?
Asikaze sixoxisane.
No.
Let's move on, Mr. Madlala, to say you were the best friend to the deceased. Is that correct?
Asiqhubekele phambili ke boyi best friend yakhe umufi kunjani?
Yebo kunjani.
That's correct.
And in this court, you want to give the best for your friend.
And la enkantolo ke fakazile bakufuna ukhipha konke for umngani wakho.
Yes kunjani.
That's correct.
In your examination in chief, correct me if I'm wrong, I heard you saying you do not care about the Meyiwa's family, but you care about the deceased. Did I get that correct?
Angazi ukuthi ngikuzwe kahle ngesikhathi uphendula imibuzo ke examine chief ngesikhathi ukukhuluma nomchuchisi ukuthi wena ke kahle kahle ke awunadaba nalabantu baka umndeni lo kaMeyiwa umuntu omkhathalele kakhulu nguye ke lo umngane wakho lo.
Noma ngibe kanjalo into engingayisho ukuthi engikwenzayo ngikwenzela yena ngikwenzela umndeni wakhe ngikwenzela yena.
Let me put it in this way. I'm saying that whatever I'm doing it for the deceased, not for his family.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Usho kanjalo ngesikhathi uphendula imibuzo kaMshushisi?
Noma ngabe ngathi anginandaba nefamily but akuyona into angingandaba.
Umbuzo uthi usho kanjalo ngesikhathi ukhuluma nomshushisi na?
Angisakhulumi ngibeke kanjani but manje ukuthi ngibeke kanjani nayo iyiyo futhi kanjani.
I don't recall how I put it, but if I put it like that, then
It's correct.
it's correct in that way.
Very well. The only person you care about is the deceased and not the Meyiwa's family.
So umuntu omkhathalele nguye umufi hayi umndeni wakubo.
Yeah bengumngane wakhe ya.
Yes, I was his friend.
How is your relationship with the Meyiwa's family?
Then ke ubudlelwano bakho noma relationship yakho nomndeni lo kaMeyiwa benjani?
Benjani before be right before yeah.
It was right before.
And then, what happened?
Kwase kwenzakalani?
Yangabisaba right. Judging bakubona izinto ezenzakalayo.
It was no longer right. I mean, according to things that happened.
Just take your time, explain it to the court. What happened between you and the Meyiwa's family?
Thatha isikhathi sakho Nkosi yami uqhazele enkantolo ukuthi phakathi kwakho nalomndeni kaMeyiwa kwenzakaleni.
Baba khona besenokufika uthotha ngikho endlini. Afike lo muntu engithandana naye amthuke enze
Okay.
yeah.
The head of the household, that is the father, will come only to find that I was not present in the house and find the person that I was staying with in the house, and then he will shout and shout. Kubeka?
Yeah. And kwenye incident futhi ngihamba nomfowabo kaSenzo uSifiso. Sihamba ngemoto. Then ngabingelela uma wakhe after siyenzekile la Senzo.
Wabingelela uma kabani?
Uma kaSenzo. Wangavuma.
Okay. Then another thing that I would like to mention, when we were traveling in a car with the brother of the deceased, that is Sifiso, then I greeted the deceased mother, and then she did not agree.
And you don't know the reason why?
I
don't know, Kungani.
Yeah, Saz.
Yes, I don't know what was the reason.
Okay, then what else? Is there anything else?
Kukhona futhi okunye?
Akukho.
No, nothing else.
So, as a result of that, you are no longer in good terms with the Senzo Meyiwa's family.
Ngenxa lokho ke ubudlelwano phakathi kwakho nalomndeni kaMeyiwa abusebuhle.
Ngisho kanjalo.
I can say so.
Do you know what is it that they were accusing you for?
Ungabe uyazi ukuthi bebakusola ngani?
Akaze bangisole.
They never accused me.
Okay, when they come and insult your girlfriend, you know, and when you greeted them, they did not respond. The mother, specifically the mother. Do you know what was the reason behind that? Because when we are the best friend for the deceased.
Lalle ngabe yazi ukuthi isizathu kuyini benze ngendlela leyo ukuthi beze bathukele intombi yakho uthi nobulisa umama wakhe angavumi. Phela khumbula wena uyi best friend yakhe.
Yeah, ngicabanga ukuthi ibona abanezizathu salokho. Because angiyazi reason why bengavumanga. Because mina ngangihamba nomfowabo still kwenzekile lokho nginankinga.
I think they are the ones who know the reason about that. Myself, I don't have a reason about that because I was always going with his brother with no problems.
Is it not because they were accusing you for not revealing the truth about this case?
Hayi ukuthi bebakusola ukuthi awuvezi iqiniso ngaleli qala.
Ngiyaphinda futhi ngiyasho angazi ukuthi babe accuse mina.
I want to repeat, I don't know if they had accused me.
Let's move on. Now, you're traveling to Devon. It is, or before my lord, can I just rephrase this question? Don't you find it strange that you, as the best friend of the deceased, but you are not in good terms with the deceased family?
Azangithola ukuthi kuyamangaza lokho wena uyi best friend kaMufi kodwa ke ubudlelwano bakho na umndeni wakibo Mufi bobungasi kahle.
Anginazi impendulo zalapho ukuthi why babayenza kanjalo lento abayenza anginazi impendulo zakho babeyiswa yini yiba abazi hayi.
I don't have answers as to why they were conducting themselves in that manner. They are the ones who know about it.
But it shows that they are bitter with you.
Mara kubonisa ukuthi cha bajabule nesi ngawo.
Yeah, angasho kanjalo.
I can say so.
Don't worry, we'll find the truth. Why the deceased family is bitter about you and you call yourself as a best friend of the deceased.
Sizoluthola iqiniso ukuthi kungani laba bekibo Mufi ke bangajabuli ngawo yize wena uthi ke ungumngane ophumelele noma i-best friend yakhe uMufi.
Okay, akulungile.
Okay, that's fine.
When you went to the Durban station to board the bus, had you bought the ticket at that time?
Ngesikhathi uyalapha Durban station ke uthi uyogibela ibus walithenga iticket la?
Cha bengalithini.
No.
Okay. How are you going to get the bus without buying a ticket?
Bozo gibela kanjani ebhasini ke ungakathenga iticket?
Uyakwazi ngisho ukulithenga khona la.
You can buy it right there.
Oh, okay. Then now you alighted in Johannesburg and then you went to Kwembu.
Then wasuhlika ke la eGoli Johannesburg kwayiwa lapha eKwembu.
Kwembu store, it was at Kwembu store, Kwembu Tavern.
Tavern.
Kwembu Tavern.
Did you consume any liquor there?
Uye waphuza utshwala khona lapha?
No, sithengile saya endlini ngaphuza endlini.
We bought alcohol, then we went to the house. Then yes, I consumed it in the house.
When you arrived at the house, how many people consumed liquor?
Manifika lapha endlini bangakho abantu abaphuze utshwala.
Bekuyimi umthokozisi uZandi noKelly. Yeah.
It was myself, Mthokozisi, Zandi and Kelly,
No sense. Yeah, no sense.
and also Senzo.
So you were all,
Then Pelele.
Yeah, as long as it's simultaneous.
All of us who were inside the car,
you were all consuming liquor.
then Puzu Chwala.
Yes.
That's correct.
And for how long?
Ni phuza isikhathi singakanani?
If you can just give an estimate, I'm not asking for the exact time.
Nje uma ungalinganisa Nkosi yami estimation unganikeze exact time ukuthi ni phuza isikhathi singakanani.
Ngikho sure ngesikhathi, angikho sure ngesikhathi, but mhlawumbe mina sengiphuza amakana ayi3 or 4, yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure about the time, but I myself, I've consumed 3 or 4 cans.
Okay, of what?
One lamakan laba, Heineken.
Okay. And then Kelly?
Then Kelly,
I think bekaphuza Smirnoff Guarana or something, yeah.
I think he was consuming or drinking Smirnoff Guarana or something.
Zandi?
Then Uzandiana,
Smirnoff or what?
Smirnoff Guarana. There's a Smirnoff that they call Guarana, my lord.
And you don't know how many cans she had consumed?
So was Buti and Kelly phuza amakana engaki?
You did not count.
Yes, I will be lying. I did not notice.
And with all other witnesses, you couldn't count as to how many cans did each witness consume inside the house. Is that correct?
Ngabanye labofakazi bakhona endlini azange ukwazi ukuthi ucount ukuthi baphuza amakana engaki. Kunjalo?
Angizange baba because focus bingikho lapho ukuthi siyamyabala or something.
Yes, I did not count because the focus was not on that I was counting or doing something.
Yeah, you were just enjoying yourself, including yourself. You couldn't count how many cans of liquor you consumed because you were just enjoying.
Bheka ke benizijabulisa ngisho nawe siqu sakho azange ukwazi ukuthi ubale ukuthi uphuza amakane ayingakho otshwala ngokuthi benijabulisa. Ngizuse kahle.
Yeah, yebo besijabulisa njengoba ngiphuza mhlambe 3 or 4, not more than 4. That is why ngisho kanje.
Yes, we enjoying ourselves. Hence I said that I consumed 3 or 4, not more than 4 cans.
But you did not count.
Mara zangu count, kunjalo?
Yes, ngizange count.
Okay.
That's correct. I did not count.
Can be more because you did not count.
Ngenza ukuthi ke lawa phuzila adlula lenani olushilo ngokuthi azange ukuphela count. No, they're not above.
And at the time when the incident took place in this matter, when you identified the intruder, you were all drunk inside the house.
Ngesikhathi kwenzeka lesehlakala ngesikhathi ke ukwazi ukuthi u-identify yena leyo umuntu oye wangena endlini ngesilungu bathi intruder beniphuzile nonke ngaphakathi endlini.
Besiphuzile but hayi ukuthi bestakiwe.
Yes, we consumed alcohol, but it doesn't mean that we were drunk.
We can't deny that.
Ngiyakuphikisa lapho.
Ngiyakuphikisa because ngangibona ezinye izinto ezenzayo ube ngangidaywa ngikubona okunye.
I'll deny that because I could see other things that transpired. If I was that drunk, I could not have seen them.
Do you agree with me that at the time when the alleged intruder came inside the house, you were not sober, you were not in your sound and sober senses since you had consumed this liquor?
Uvumelana ukuthi ngesikhathi ke yena lo muntu ohlasela angena lapha endlini ke ngalomzuzu lo ke wena bowungasisoba phela and nasesimeni sakho sengqondo isimo sakho sengqondo besingasisoba uma sensiso waso ngokuthi beniphuze phela utshwala.
Ngisasho namanje ukuthi even though bengiphuza lesadami but bengadakwanga ukuthi angisabona ngibona imihlo.
Okay, I want to reiterate that even though I consumed alcohol, I was not that drunk so that I could not see anything that was happening just in front of me.
I did not say that. I am saying at the time when you recognized the intruder.
Azange ngisho nje ngithi njengoba isikhathi besesihamba uye wakwazi ukuthi umbone lo muntu ongena lapha endlini umhlaseli.
Yes.
Yes.
You were not in your sound and sober senses since you had consumed liquor.
Ngesikhathi ke ubona lo muntu omhlasele ke wena ke bongasisoba Nkosi
Or since you had consumed alcohol.
ngokuba bese ke uphuze utshwala uvumelana lenkulumo leyo
Angivumelani.
I dispute that.
I'm going to refer you to Exhibit B, if I can be assisted with the photo album of the witness, if you still have it. But if it's not available, my lord, maybe I can just refer the witness because it's only 2 pictures from Exhibit B. Exhibit B of the witness, Junior. Yeah, please. Please just put. It's photo number 114 and 115 of Exhibit B. Do you see photo 114?
Yes, man, Tumelo see 114.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes, I can see the photo.
Photo 114, my lord, of Exhibit B. 114 of Exhibit B. You see those 2 cans, those are the remaining cans that were discovered by the police or were recovered by the police at the crime scene. You understand?
Uyabona lamakan lawa yiyo la asela athole maphoyisa la enkundla kwezikhonde yazusisa.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I do follow.
And all of you inside the house, you had not only consumed 2 cans as depicted in that picture. Is that correct?
And njengoba kubonakala la esithombeni la nonke endini azange ke niphuze kuphela lamakani la njengoba kubonakala esithombeni kunjalo.
You had consumed more than that.
Niphuze ukudlula lapha.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the cans that are depicted there, they are not the true reflection of the empty cans you had consumed inside the house.
Lamakani akhonjwa la esithombeni akusisi isithombo seqiniso sama cans lawo eniwaphuze lapha phakathi endlini.
Yeah, we couldn't say that.
That's correct.
So it means they had been removed. The cans you had consumed inside the house, they had been removed by the time when the police arrived.
Kusho ukuthi lamakani eniwaphuze lapha endlini ke beseka asusiwe ngesikhathi sekufika amaphoyisa.
Ngingeke ngakuphikisa lokho because thina sahambisa usenzo esibhedlela.
I cannot dispute that because we took Senzo to the hospital.
And akwenzeka ngaphambi kwami.
Yeah.
And that did not happen just in front of us.
Let's just use the logic and common sense now. These 2, it's not the correct, the true reflection of what you had consumed, all of you inside the house. Let's agree on that.
Asibona ukuthi ke le 2 lebonakala esithombeni akusisi isithombe seqiniso samakani lawa enawaphuza ngesikhathi lapha endlini.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
And the other cans that you had consumed, they are not reflected on the evidence that has been presented before this court.
Lala ke Nkosi yami amanye amakani eniwaphuzile ke akaboniswa kulofakazi obuthulela enkantolo.
So in other words, the police only found these 2 when they arrived at the scene.
Ngamanye amagama
Is it 2?
It's 2, my lord. Can you show us 115 as well?
ngibona kahle Nkosi yami.
It's 2, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like throughout the crime scene, it's only these 2, my lord, that were but subject to correction, that were discovered by the police.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Do you see that, Mr. Madlala?
Yeah.
Uyabona lokho engikhuluma ngakho?
Yeah, ngiyakubona.
Yes, I can see.
So, the number of the cans you had consumed is not reflected there.
Inamba yamakani la eniwaphuzile akavezwa la.
Yeah, ngiyabona isithombeni yakho.
Yes, I can see from the photo.
Then can you agree with me on this one? So it means those cans had been removed from the house or from the scene.
Ungavumela nami kuliphuza ukuthi ke lawo makani lawo ke aye asuswa la kwenzeke khona leliqala noma lapha endlini.
Yeah, ngavumelana nawo because angiwabona ngazi ukuthi aphi.
I can agree with you because I cannot see them. I don't know where they are.
And if they had not, if those cans, empty cans, or maybe unused cans, do you know if you had consumed everything that you had bought?
Ngabe nolwazi lokuthi konke lokho enakuthenga lotshwala naphuza bonke?
Hayi, ngicabanga ukuphuza wona.
I don't think that it was consumed all.
In other words, we're supposed to see also the remaining alcohol that had not been consumed in the pictures that are depicted in court. Is that correct?
Kamanye amagama usho ukuthi befanele sibone nezithombe zamakana angakavulwa angakaphuzwa la ethombeni kunjalo.
Angithi obunye utshwala babugcinwe efridge.
Other alcohol was kept inside the fridge.
Okay, it's fine. So from the ones that you had consumed, they are not reflected before this court.
Logo eniphuzile khona ke akuvezwa lapha phambi kwalenkantolo.
Yes.
That's correct.
And how will this court be able to know, to determine your state of sobriety if that evidence has now been removed, the evidence that was supposed to be showed before this court, for the number of cans that had been consumed by all of you inside the house?
So ke inkantolo izakwazi njani ukuthi yona ke ithatha isinqumo noma idetermine ke ngesimo sokuphuza kwengqondo zenu uma lamakane eniwaphuzile ke asusiwe angakhonjiswa angaboniswa lapha esithombeni?
Angazi ngaphendula ngithini lapho because bengingekho endlini kwenzeka yonke into besiphuthumisa usenzibhedlela so ukuthi kwasala kwenzakalana endlini anginalo ulwazi.
I don't know how to answer that one because when that thing happened we were not inside the house. We have taken Senzo to the hospital, so I don't know.
I do understand that, but I want us to reason together on the position of the house and the condition of the house when you came back from the hospital after the empty cans had been removed. You understand?
Ngifuna ukuthi ke sikhulume ngesimo sendlu nesimo sayo ukuthi beyisesimene esinjani ngesikhathi nibuya ke esibhedlela ke sekususwe lamanye amagama. Ngiyangizwisisa. Khuluma ngomlomo Nkosi yami.
Bese kugcwele masibuye esibhedlela.
Begqole ini mfana?
Don't go there. We're still in that house.
Sese kulendlu ungayi lapho ufuna ukuya.
Forget about people. Many people were inside the house. We're still there in that condition of the house.
Kodwa ngabantu bebaqole endlini sise kulesimo sokuthi bekunjani endlini condition yendlu.
The true reflection of the number of cans that we have consumed is not reflected from the pictures that have been submitted before this court.
Indaba enkulu ukuthi ke amakane eniwaphuzile weqiniso eniwaphuzile nina ke akaboniswa kulesithombe lesi esilethwe la enkantolo njengofakazi.
Was already given.
Oh, thank you, my lord. I'll move on.
Yes.
And then at the time when you yourself, by you, I mean you, Mr. Madlala, identified accused number 2, you had consumed alcohol.
Ngesikhathi wena ke baba Madlala ukhomba yena ummangalo wesibili ke noma identifier bophuzile kunjani?
Yes, bengiphuzile but bengibona kwenza.
Thank you.
Yes, but I could see what was happening.
And at that time, your faculties had been impaired. Your mental faculties had been impaired.
Ngalesikhathi leso kulandela ukuphuza kwakho ke umqabango wakho noma isimo sakho sengqondo ke besingasahlalisekanga kahle.
Angikwazi lo mbuzo anginawo.
I don't know about that. I'm hearing it just from you.
Don't worry, it's for the court to decide.
Ungahlupheki inkantolo ezawuthatha isinqumo lapho.
Okay.
And at the time when you recognize the distance, remember the distance we have showed before this court, that it was the distance of the door wherein which was used by the intruder to gain the entry inside the house. You remember that?
Yakhumbula ukukhuluma ngedistance ke ulinganisa ngomnyango ukuthi umsahleli wendlu ukuza akwazi ungene kuphi usakhumbula? Yes.
So that distance, that estimation also you gave it because you were able to measure it while you had consumed alcohol.
And nayo ke le estimation ye distance ukwazile ukuthi uyinikeze ngemva ukuthi so uphuzile phela utshwala.
Yes.
Yes.
How accurate is that distance?
Then ke yona le distance lo khuluma ngayo accurate kangakanani?
Or how accurate is that information that you gave to court?
Noma lo lwazi olunikezela enkantolo ke lona liqonde kangakanani, li accurate kangakanani?
Angisho before ngiphendule lo mphendule lo mbuzo. Benza lento badeyisha ama estimation futhi again ukuthi estimate distance. So ngi-estimate le distance judging ukuthi bengivele ngisendlini phakathi.
Okay. Before I answer that question, let me say that even on that aspect, they required me or asked me to make estimations. So I was doing the estimations because I was inside the house.
Yeah, we know that. That's common cause that you were inside the house. But my question is, when you made this estimation, your mental faculties were impaired at that time, so this estimation cannot be correct.
Lalla kahle nkosami ngenxa ukuthi wawuphuza utshwala lama estimations bowanikeza ngesikhathi ke upha yona le distance le ngenxa yosimo sokuphuza utshwala isimo sakho somqabango noma sengqondo besingahlaliseka kahle besi impaired uyakuvuma lokho?
Angivumi nakho ngokwenzile nje.
I don't agree to that.
But it's
I've done that.
But it's wrong.
Kodwa kuyiphutha.
Angikwazi ukuthi kusho ngibili.
I don't know that. It's wrong. I just heard from you.
Before we move on to the crime scene, is it also correct that you had pictures for your best friend, which is the deceased in this case?
Ngaphambi kwesiye ku crime scene noma esigabeni senkundla yobugebengu la kwenzeka khona bonazo izithombe zomngane wakho lo best friend yakho?
Yebo nginazo namanje ngisenazo.
Even now I'm still in possession of them,
Which you had obtained them in good faith.
and ke uzithole ngesimo esikahle, in good faith.
So ngesimo esikahle understand.
I don't understand your question. If you are saying on good faith,
Yeah, you obtained them.
It means you did not, can you remove the bottle please? That you did not obtain them because you had some devious plan around them or some funny plan around them. You just had them as a friend will attain a friend's pictures.
lala kuthiwa ngamanye amagama le thombo ubenazo nje ngenhliziyo enhle hayi ukuthi kukhona okubi bohlosile ukuthi ukwenze ngakho nje ngazo le thombe uzithole nje ngomngani athola izithombe zomngane omunye.
Yes, ngithole yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And then how come you gave those pictures for your best friend to the Netflix
Kuze njani ke le izithombe zomngane wakho
immediately after his death?
ze best friend yakho uzinikeza ku Netflix ngemva kokuthi ashone?
Kuze umfowabo ka Senzo. Uye wangicela ukuthi ngiba-assist bona baka Netflix.
Okay. Senzo's brother is the one who came who asked me to assist the people of Netflix.
Did he force you?
For still?
No, angifostanga.
No, it did not force me.
Were you paid for giving those pictures to Netflix?
Wakhokhelwa ukuthi unikeze le thombo ka Netflix?
Yes, because nganginqaba nazo bangikhokhelisa.
Yes, I was paid because I was refusing to give them.
How much were you paid, Mr. Madlala?
Ukhokhwele malini mnumzane Madlala?
Ngiyacabanga ukuthi nale nto bekakhona uMshololo ngiyiphendule izolo.
I think on that aspect, you were present here yesterday. I gave an answer to that question.
I did not ask you that question. This is my first time, and you are going to answer it.
Azange ubuze lo mbuzo lo. Kokuqala ngibuza nina uzophendula lo mbuzo.
How much were you given by Netflix to give out the pictures for your best friend who is the deceased in this case?
Bakhokhele malini laba ka Netflix ukuthi ukhiphe izithombe lezi zomngane wakho othembekile?
Since ngisenawo amanamba khona, I think ungakwazi ukuthi ngikunike ubafonele babuze lo cause ngeke ukuthi njalo mangenza into ngiyifaka umqondo njalo mangenza into should ungabuza kubona.
Because I'm still having their numbers, I'll hand them over to you so that you can ask them, because whenever I do something, I don't just keep it in my mind.
Okay, do you still remember?
Even the documents are still present.
Do you still remember, or you don't remember, how much you were giving to give out the deceased pictures
Uyakhumbula noma ukhumbula ukuthi bakunike imali ukuthi ukhiphe le thombo zakho umufi?
Angikhumbuli.
I don't remember.
Okay. And for the monetary value, you know, you breached that trust between you and the deceased. You gave out information about him to other people whom you did not know their interest.
Ngenxa yemali Nkosi yami uyeke wena ke lokudlelana bakho naye ke umngane wakho umufi uyawumosha ngokuthi ukhiphe izithombe zakhe phela uzinikeze kwabanye abantu abangaziwayo.
Bengingelula ukuthi nginqabe makufika ilungu lomndeni wakaSenzo. Bengingelula ukuthi nginqabe.
It was not easy for me to refuse if a family member of Senzo's family come.
For what good?
Who is that member?
Sorry.
Ubani lunga lelo?
Usifiso nomunye kuthi usiya ukhazini wakho naye wafika kimi.
That is Fiso and another cousin of theirs. His name is Sia. He or she also came to me.
Did they tell you the intention of getting those pictures from you?
Baye bakutshela inhloso ukuthi kungani bathola le thombe la kuwe bazozithatha?
No abangitshelanga.
No, they did not tell me the intention.
Did they tell you what they were intending to do with those pictures?
Baye bakutshela ukuthi inhloso yabahloso ukwenzani ngale thombe leso?
Ngoba ka Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah, bangitshela ukuthi bayenza documentary ngoSenzo so bacela ukuthi ngibanike ithombe lezi. If ungakhona ngathi mina ngeke ngizidedele le thombe zakaSenzo. Then kwase kuza usiya noSifiso ke. Lethwela ngizidedele khona.
They told me that they were making a documentary about Senzo, hence I refused to give them the pictures or photos. That is when Sia and Sfiso came. That's when I released them.
Did you share the money with Sfiso, with the Meyiwa's family, Sfiso and Senzo?
Sfiso and Senzo?
I think he said Sfiso.
Sia.
Sia, yes.
Yes.
Thank you for correcting. Did you share the money with them?
Uye wayisharisa imali nayo uSiya naye lo Sfiso laba bakaMeyiwa?
Ngoba kwenza kanje ngoba kwenze njani? Why ngizomela ngishare nabo?
Because what had happened, why should I share the money with them?
Answer the question. You want to know if they also benefited here.
Phendula umbuzo sifuna ukwazi ukuthi ingabe nabo
You are asking questions again.
uyakhohle ukuthi ubuze umbuzo futhi Madlala.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think
I'm sorry my lord.
We want to know, Mr. Madlala,
I
the
think
people who benefited out of this project.
Sifuna ukwazi abantu ababenefitile kuyo le project.
Were you the only one to give this information, or as well as other members of the Meyiwa family?
Lala ke Nkosi yami ngaphambi kokuphendula nguwe wedwa obenefitile ngokukhipha le ithombe noma abanye bomndeni kaMeyiwa nabo baye bathola ingcenye?
anginalo ulwazi lalo mhlambe usifisa ngaphendle ngoba naye ukhona kule documentary so anginalo ulwazi lalo kuba benefitile or not na.
I don't have that knowledge if or information if they benefited or not. I mean, Sfiso will come and shed light about it.
But that was the second question. The first question was whether you,
Thank you, madam.
out of the money you were paid, whether you shared any of them with members of the Meyiwa family.
Lala ke lo mbuzo wesibili oqala umbuzo wakho ubuthini uthi ingabe wena ke siqu sakho njengoMadlala le mali wayithola wayishare nabo laba bomndeni kaMeyiwa nabo? No.
So you are the only one who benefited.
So nguwe kuphela uzuzile?
According to your knowledge.
Kuya
According to
ngolwazi
your
lwakho.
knowledge, it's only you who benefited
Nguwe kuphela uzuzile?
from the pictures of your best friend.
Nguwe ozuzile eithombeni zomngane wakho lo best friend yakho?
Ngibe ngizuzile ithombeni zami ezikhamera yami.
Yes, I'm the one who benefited from the photos from my camera.
You sold them for monetary value.
Uzithengisile ngenxa imali?
Angizithengisanga. Zange ngizithengise.
I did not sell them.
Do you refer yourself as a reliable friend to the deceased?
Uzibiza ukuthi wena ngumngane othembekile kuye umufi?
Immediately after the death, after his death.
Ngemva ukuthi ashone.
From your behavior, do you see yourself as a reliable friend to the deceased from the things that you did?
Kusuke kuziphatheni kwakho uzibona njengomngane othembekile kuye umufi ngezenzo zakho?
Ya ngizibona ngumngane othembekile mina engangeke ngikwenze lokho ngakwenziswa ifamily yakho ama-family member akhona.
Yes, I see myself as a reliable friend. I was not going to do that myself, but the family members of the deceased, they are the ones who made me to do it.
But you were not forced.
kodwa bongakaphoqelelwa nje.
Amakufika omunye nangelilanga kufika omunye futhi bona mhlambe leyo nto bayayazi izobasiza kupha ngithi this is why ngivumile.
If this one visits me on this day, the other one visits me on the other day, they themselves, they know that this thing is going to assist them. Where?
Don't be long in your answers. You were not forced. Yes or
no? No, I was not forced.
That's the answer, Mr. Madlala. And it's also correct that you gave the information when you were being interviewed.
And I think it's good to unikeza information noma ingcukathi ulwazi ngesikhathi ubuzwa imibuzo interviewer.
Netflix.
Ngesikhathi laba baka Netflix bakubuza imibuzo.
Yes.
That's correct.
And you gave information when this case was still being investigated.
Unikeza information leqala lesaphenywa. Yes, I know about that.
Don't you think that you had compromised this case by giving that information that you gave to Netflix when this case was pending?
Awuqabanga ukuthi leqala libolo compromise ngokuthi unikeze lo lwazi lelo kibo baka Netflix leqala ke lisalindiwe ukuthi liqulule enkantolo?
Angicabanga kanjani.
I don't think so.
According to your own knowledge, have you ever had any case that is being opened in 2014 and it's only tried 8 years later?
Kuya ngolwazi lwakho ukwazi ukuthi likhona iqala elivulwa ngo2014 bese seliqoqwa ke iminyaka yi8 ngemva kwesikhathi.
I don't know if the witness can comment whether it's a fair question to start with the witness. I think it's a matter for argument.
Wouldn't you regard him as a lay person where these things are concerned?
My Lord, I do understand, my Lord, as a fair person. If he is able, he can. But what I want to get from the witness, my Lord, it's the delay that has been taken in the investigation of this case. If he is aware that it has been prolonged.
All I'm saying is that the notion of delay is relative. And in this equation, it is only the
investigating officer.
The four of us. No, I mean even us here.
Yes.
We can express on the notions of delay or timelessness.
Or maybe can I just rephrase, my Lord, the question?
Yes.
Okay. Are you aware, Mr. Madlala, that the investigation in this case took more than 8 years?
Ngabe uyaqaphela mnumzana Madlala ukuthi uphenyo kuleli qala leli luthethe iminyaka edlula ku8.
Ngiyakwazi lokho.
Yes, I do know about that.
And one of the reasons for that is because the investigation was compromised by the information that you gave to Netflix.
Isizathu salokho ukuthi ke obunye bofakazi buye ba compromise ngenxa yo information noma ulwazi wena Tumelo Madlala ulinikeze laba baka Netflix.
What is the basis for the question not to the witness?
Yes.
I'll withdraw the question, my Lord.
Yes.
After giving the information, okay, my Lord, can I just rephrase? Is it correct that you, together with all the witnesses who were inside the house, gave information regarding the identity of the intruders?
Ingabe kuyiqiniso ukuthi wena kanye nabo bonke bebakhona ngaphakathi endlini niyena nikeza ngayi i-identity yakhe umhlaseli noma intruder?
Can you repeat it? Can you repeat the question?
Sorry, my Lord. Is it correct that all the witnesses you were with inside the house when the incident took place gave identity information regarding the intruders who entered the house, including yourself, including the witness, my Lord?
Umbuzo uthi baba Madlala ingabe kuyiqiniso ukuthi nina nonke benikhona phakathi endlini abofakazi bonke niye nanikeza ke ngazi ingcukacha noma i-ID yabo laba banihlasele lapha endlini
senze ID party
nanikeza information ngama-intruders laba banihlasele lapha endlini yonke ningabe ufakazi kanye nawe ufaka phakathi
sinikeza abantu
giving that info to who?
To the police.
Ninikeza amaphoyisa information leyo?
yes
That's correct.
And as a result of that information, it took about 8 years for the police to arrest the person who has been positively identified by yourself in particular in this case.
Imiphumela lokho yenza ukuthi amaphoyisa athathe 8 years ukubopha yena lo muntu owenze lento kakhulukazi umuntu okhonjwe nguwe. Khuluma ngomlomo?
yebo
Yes.
And having done that, you did not attend any identification parade wherein accused number 2 was present.
And kunjalo nje azange ade uye kukhomba noma i-ID parade lapho umangalo wesibili akhona khona.
yes akaze ngiyenze ID party
Yes, I've never done an ID parade.
And you had not done any identification parade where all the accused before this court were present and you positively identified some of them.
And azange wenze yona ikhomba laba sola bonke laba bakhona kiyo futhi khona lapho ukhomba umunye wabo.
yeah ngikhomba umunye wabo ngikhozwa ikhona endlini
Uzwile umbuzo uthi azange uattend i-ID parade noma ikhomba enye laba sola bonke babakhona then bese ukhomba omunye kibo njengoba bakhona.
angazi ngayi-attenda kayi-1 ID party azange ngikhombe muntu kuyona
I attended the ID parade once and then I did not point out anyone from that ID parade.
My Lord, I'm informed about the time. I don't know whether it's the correct time to adjourn now. Just one more question, my Lord, if I can be
Before
allowed.
that, okay, one more question.
Just one, my Lord.
Yes.
And from
Na umbuzo ogcina ke Nkosi yami usuku lanamhlanje ne?
And from the identity that you had given, from the beginning, after you had consumed alcohol and up to the station, you had not given any identity in respect of accused number 5 before this court.
Kusuka kule ID leyo uyinikezile lokho ke uphuza utshwala kufike station azange kunikeze i-ID mayelana naye ke umangala lo wesihlanu phambi kwale nkantolo.
hayi ngiyaqala umbona kaze ngikhombe
It's the first time I see him. I had never pointed him out.
And you are surprised why he's here.
And then uyaqaka kuyamangala ukuthi kungana la.
angazi kuthiwa la angazi anginalwazi lalokho
I don't know why he's here. I don't have knowledge about it.
Very well, we'll continue from that tomorrow morning.
Sizoqhubeka ngalokho kusasa ekuseni.
Mr. Baloyi, maybe I forgot. In instances where accused persons are in custody, we tend to adjourn at 3:30. Can you remind me the reason why in this case, in particular, we are sticking to 3?
Certainly, my Lord. The request came from the correctional services officers. They indicated that in light of the fact that some of the accused have to travel to the area of Johannesburg.
You don't have to disclose where they.
Yes, they encounter traffic on the way, and if we adjourn later than 3, they run into rush hour traffic, which poses then a security risk.
Yeah. Just remember, whenever I ask questions, the responses should fall short of disclosing particulars around the movements of anyone.
Yes. As a case. It's purely, my lord, for traffic-related issues and safety issues.
May the accused rise. Due to the lateness of the hour, this case is postponed. It's postponed overnight to the 16th of November 2022 with the accused in custody. The matter is postponed for further hearing, Mr. Madlala. The same conditions still obtained.
Understood, my lord.
Right.